What are you doing?
Trying to beat Kakarot.
Why?
Because he has no...
But he's not the real Goku.
What?
And you're not the real Vegeta.
Shit!
Welcome to Movie Pain or Pleasure Podcast, the show that wants you to eat your Vegetas. I mean vegetables.
That's not the direction I expected.
You come up with the sassy opening.
Oh, I can't.
Well, what direction did you expect me to go in?
I don't know, I didn't think you'd actually use the play on vegetable
I
thing.
just thought of that on the spot really fast, because, well, I think Vegeta's a stupid name.
Well, kind of, but he's cool.
So is Piccolo. Goku's not so bad. It's a stupid name!
It's a dumb name, but Piccolo's so awesome.
Piccolo's awesome, but that's a dumb name. Okay.
Guess what we're doing?
Yeah, guess what we're doing? What are we doing, AJ?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball Evolution, and if you're only listening to the audio podcast, you need to go to our Instagram, Movie Pain or Pleasure Podcast, and see a picture of AJ cosplaying, not Vegeta, but who's the combo with Goku?
No, this could still be Vegeta.
But you have the blue hair.
Vegeta has blue hair.
Okay, so...
That's... Okay, she's talking about Vegito.
God's sake!
Goku and Vegeta both have a thing where they have blue hair, and then they combined after that. That's the way it works. This is gonna be a lot of me explaining to a layman.
So dumb. Okay, so I'm not having alcohol for this episode, but maybe I should. I'm having the rest of the Dr. Pepper that I had with dinner. AJ made some very good ribs and fries, so that'll be guiding our conversation. So we're talking about Dragon Ball Evolution, and it's a live action version of an anime, and like every other live action, it sucks.
This was one of the first ones where I think the world just decided it can't be done. You
just can't do a live action anime. It's always bad. The Japanese versions are bad. The American versions are bad.
In fact, this movie was so terrible that the writer of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama, came out of retirement to make the movie Battle of Gods, which restarted the whole series. Like, continued the series with Dragon Ball Super. He made that just because this movie existed.
Like, just out of spite.
Yep.
Okay, and so
He's like, I'll show you how to make a damn fucking Dragon Ball movie.
Alright, going into this, just know that I have zero background on Dragon Ball Z. I barely watch any anime at all. I'm one of those people who's like, yeah, I like anime, I like Death Note, like every lay person ever, so I barely watch anime. He knows everything about Dragon Ball Z, grew up watching it.
I know.
He even looks like an anime character with his blue spiky hair.
Blue eyes, too. They have blue eyes when they transform.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
So you are a Super Saiyan. You swole like a Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm. Not like Majin and Vegeta.
Well, no, but...
Normal people
okay,
won't know what
why
that
do you
is.
talk about... So I have zero background going into this. I know nothing.
I hated looking at fucking Dragon Ball when I was a kid.
Why?
Surprisingly enough. It looked really weird. I was like, this is a...
It's anime.
I know, but I was a kid. I didn't know what anime was. Like, I watched Pokemon and Digimon, and I loved those, especially Digimon, but I didn't know what anime, like, the subsection of anime, I didn't know what that was. So, I just caught pieces here and there on TV, and it always looked like it was in a desert, and there was always somebody that didn't look like a human, so I was like, that looks really dumb. So I never watched it. And then when I was like 17 or 18, Mark was basically staying in my house all the time, and we were walking through Walmart, and we saw box sets of Dragon Ball Z, and you're like, holy shit, man, we gotta get some, and I was like, you know what, I've never watched any of it, let's just start with the first one. So, bought that. I actually got really hooked on it. Like, every time I have roast chicken, I think about it, because me and Mark had roast chicken.
Like the Walmart roast chicken?
No, like roast chicken from Golden Chick.
Oh.
Very specific.
Okay.
And we were eating that when we started watching it. It was insane, but I got into it, and then I jumped around. I went from like season 1 to season 4 to, I don't know how I picked that, to season, like, I think I watched 4 and then 8 and 9. Which really isn't the right way to do it. And then later I went back and I watched everything but the Frieza saga, which is 2 and 3. But I watched all the abridged shit, so I kind of know what the story is, just not quite exactly right. And then I watched all of Dragon Ball Super, and it was terrible.
Okay.
So, it wasn't all
None
terrible,
of that
but
makes any sense to me.
That's not why I did the hair, though.
You're pointing at your hair, so explain.
That's not why I did the hair. I just did the hair because I didn't have a good reason, so I did it.
Just wanted blue hair.
Yep.
I love it. I think it looks good.
A lot of people seem to enjoy it.
I like it. And so now you look like an anime character. Okay, so should we get into talking about this movie?
Yeah.
So I took all the notes on it, just kind of jotting down things as they happened, and AJ took no notes. So
0.
This will be interesting.
Because I owned this movie, and I know everybody's supposed to hate it, but I actually enjoyed it, even though it's terrible.
Yeah, we might as well say, I guess this was a guilty pleasure. Like, I had no context to go off of, so I didn't really have anything to hate watch it from. It's a terrible movie. The graphics are bad, the writing's bad, the acting is bad. It's a bad movie. It's not so boring that it just drags. There's enough action going on that I'm kind of like, oh, I wonder what these stupid people are going to do next. But it's a bad movie, but it wasn't painful to watch. And for you, I guess it would be a guilty pleasure, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think it's so bad that it's good though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
It's just really dumb,
It's not
but
deliciously
it's
bad.
fast paced and it's over quick and there's a little bit of action in it and it's a little bit of this and that.
Yeah.
So it's
It's painless.
Okay, I think Chow Yun Fat was a good pick for Roshi. You have no context for that. We'll get to that.
I have no context for any of this.
And I think Piccolo, the dude they got to play Piccolo, was good.
He was not as cool as Ivan Ooze.
God.
How about taking another quack at it?
They same thing. But he had the same like goo people come out of his body, like
As Ivan Ooze.
yeah,
in the Power Rangers movie.
Really weird. Technically, we'll get to it anyway.
Okay. So Dragon Ball Evolution is from 2009. We watched it for free on YouTube with subtitles in Arabic. So that was interesting, and at one point, this is how dumb I am sometimes, they were talking about something was 2,000 years ago, and so you see Arabic across the bottom, you see the number 2,000 pop up, and my dumb brain, before I could even stop it, says, oh, they use the same number as we do. And then I just thought, you dummy, we use Arabic numbers. I have 2 master's degrees, and like a corporate job where I have to pretend to be serious, and I forgot that we use Arabic numbers.
Okay, what's your first thing?
Okay. It said, like the beginning of a Mortal Kombat movie, so there's all this bad graphics, and it shows, like, the universe and planets and monsters and stuff. It's like, in a world 50,000 years ago, there was a great blah, 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 and the human race was almost eradicated, and that's what it felt like, was the storytelling at the beginning of a Mortal Kombat movie with worse graphics.
And it immediately ruins the movie. Like, as an adaptation, it's immediately wrong.
So, how is the beginning wrong?
So the whole 2,000 years ago, Piccolo and his good buddy Uzaru.
Was that the ape?
Yeah, the Ozaru is the ape. They took over, and then he got trapped in a mafuba, which is it's like a jar that you trap evil in. The person has to be evil. So first,
you can't just trap random people in there. They have to be
No,
evil.
it's like specifically made for evil, I think.
Okay.
At least that's what I recall. But anyway, so 1, you don't die when you use the mafuba. Or at least Roshi doesn't. Even though that's what they said in the movie later. They're like, you're gonna die if you use it. That's not a thing. 2, it's never explained how Goku was raised from birth to 18 years old. And he's not 2,000 years old. He's the only Uzaru, because the Uzaru is just when Saiyans turn into the Great Ape, which only happens when the full moon is out. It happens every full moon.
I feel like
Like a werewolf.
This is when karate people start talking about all their stuff and they start using all the Japanese terms.
Anyway.
And I'm hearing Uzaru and Mofba.
The Great Ape.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that doesn't explain how he's connected to Piccolo. And
Piccolo!
Hey, bitch, what you want?
3, yeah, his minions were named like Tambourine and shit.
Really?
Yeah. 3, hold on.
So
I had a thought. Okay, Piccolo and Goku are 2 entirely different alien races that have nothing to do with each other.
But they're humanoid.
Yeah, not the point. But Piccolo doesn't control the Great Ape. That's not a thing. In fact, most Saiyans can control the Great Ape state. Well, maybe not most, but the really good ones can control that Great Ape state and still have functioning thought and everything just like normal. It's not like some weird thing where it's werewolf and he listens to a slug man.
I don't know. That
Piccolo's a
reference-
slug man, by the way.
Okay.
Well, we're demons, right?
More like slug people.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah,
What the fuck?
they reproduce asexually.
That means he doesn't have a penis.
Oh, okay. I don't need to know that.
Continue. We
Unlike Emperor Palpatine.
we haven't even started the movie.
Oh my god. Okay. So they show this crappy CGI beginning, and then it's close up on Justin Chatwin's face. So
Yeah.
they have this white kid playing Goku.
Which maybe because
Maybe he's-
Goku's an alien.
Goku's an alien.
He doesn't have to be Asian. Everyone else should be.
Because
But
it takes place in Japan, right?
Actually,
this does not take
it
place in
doesn't-
Japan.
I don't think the Dragon Ball universe has a Japan.
Oh. Okay. God, this is confusing.
Like it's not Earth. It's
okay,
like
so
Earth,
it's some other planet.
but it's not like our Earth with America and Japan and all that shit.
Oh, so it may not be destroyed by humans.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe it's better. Okay, so he's doing some kind of Matrixy type of fighting, standing on a clothesline with his grandfather, who is just like very kindly Uncle Iroh from Avatar, the good Avatar, the animated one, not the one with the blue people. So they're kind of sparring, and Grandpa has a bow staff, and he's swatting at him, and he does some kind of special move, like a shadow kick or something.
He's Shadow Crane Strike.
Shadow Crane Strike, and whoosh, he wishes this air at him, and Goku falls very comically, falls on the ground, slides into a patch of watermelon, and bursts open a melon on his head.
It looks like I actually laughed at that because it's so bad. It looks like it's probably meant to be homage to the way anime moves sometimes.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny, but it looks like he was in a skydiving with his fucking face being blown around, and then as soon as he hit the ground, he was a stick, and he just because Goku is a idiot or Kakarot.
I don't know. And his grandpa gives him a Dragon Ball because it's his birthday, and he just randomly has one, I guess.
I don't know if that's explained. I didn't watch.
Or is it like Superman's cape where like the Dragon Ball was sent to Earth with Goku?
No.
Oh.
The Dragon Balls are earthly.
Oh, I was hoping for like a...
They're
Superman
connected to
cape.
Earth.
Okay. So he goes to school, and it's just a normal high school. And of course, I'm sitting there going, of course he's in fucking high school. It's an anime. But Goku's not in high school, right?
No, Goku at the start of the series is like 12 years old or 10 years old or something.
Okay.
After Grandpa Gohan has died, because they later find out he killed him.
Wait, Goku killed Grandpa in the series?
Yeah.
Why?
He turned into the Great Ape and he couldn't control himself. He doesn't even remember it.
Shit.
He doesn't know that he killed his own grandfather.
Oh god, that's dark. Why didn't they do that in the movie?
I don't know, because
Okay.
they probably didn't want to get a child actor who maybe couldn't pull it off.
Maybe. I mean, Goku's such a serious role.
Yeah. Also, Goku has a tail.
He doesn't in the movie, though.
No, he doesn't. They don't address where is his tail, or if they try to get rid of his tail, because if you don't have a tail, you can't turn into the Great Ape.
But apes don't have tails.
I know.
Ah! I feel cheated somehow.
I don't know why
Apes don't have tails.
Maybe it's just English translation, but it's called The Great Ape, even though this is all based on the Monkey King.
Okay.
The whole anime is based on the Monkey King.
Let's just talk about this movie, not the anime. So in the anime, he goes to high school like a normal-ass kid.
In the anime?
No, in the movie. Ah, damn it! In the movie, with actors, live people, he goes to this high school and he gets bullied by this kid named Fuller. And the actor who plays Fuller is really named in real life. This is his name, Texas Battle.
Oh, I thought he was just from Texas.
No, well, he is. His parents
His
named
name
him...
is Texas Battle?
His name is Texas Battle.
He was destined to be a star.
I think he went to UT Austin, and he was on The Bold and the Beautiful, apparently, according to IMDb. So, he's on Instagram under Texas One Battle or something like that. So, Texas Battle is a high school bully.
That's pretty fucking cool, man.
So, yeah, that's a badass name. That's probably the most badass part of this movie is this dude's real name. So, meanwhile, while this is happening, we see in other parts of the world, Piccolo wants to collect all the Dragon Balls. Because once you get all the Dragon Balls, you make your one perfect wish.
Bring me the balls!
Bring me the wand! You sound like Ludo.
That's the point.
So, he sends his minion out.
I can't sound like Piccolo because his voice is like Michael Clark Duncan levels
yeah,
of deep.
he's got like
Bring
smooth.
me the balls.
Yeah, he's got like smooth
I want to
jazz
rub them
voice.
together.
Oh, he wants to rub his balls together. Okay, so meanwhile, he is sending out his minions to kill people and collect the other Dragon Balls.
Her name is Mai.
Mai. Okay, so there's a burning village, and Mai goes and kills people, and she gets a Dragon Ball. Back to Goku, and this is all on his birthday, I think. His sweet old grandfather is at home making a nice meal of, like, pigeon
Disgusting.
squab and duck heads and fish soup and all this stuff. But Goku wants...
And rooster dicks that don't exist.
Roosters don't have dicks.
Uh,
Let's not go down there. Let's not go down that path. All right. So Goku wants to go to a high school party, which I asked AJ, like every single I get so annoyed with anime because every single character is in high school. But in the real Dragon Ball, Goku, it's not about a high school student with superpowers.
Goku's a bumpkin.
Okay.
He's illiterate. He doesn't know what girls are until he meets Bulma. And he slaps her on the vagina?
Why?
Strange. It feels like there's nothing there. It's your balls, Bulma. They're gone. What? You're kidding me.
So, he's still kind of a little kid, and he's only lived in the wilderness. The only other person he's really known is Gohan his entire life. And then, I guess, this is weird. I don't know why Toriyama did this.
He's talking about the anime, by the way. I'm talking
about the writer, Toriyama. I don't know why he wrote this in. But apparently Goku, when he used to take a nap or something with his grandfather, he would put his head between his grandfather's legs.
Okay.
And just, like, lay on him like that. And so when he did it to Bulma, he didn't feel anything there. So he was like fucking... He slapped her in the crotch because he didn't feel what he was used to feeling there.
He just, like, really sounds like, where's the dick and balls?
Yes! He just laid his head on his grandfather's balls.
Oh my god. Okay, maybe that's something that's good about the movie.
That should never have existed.
No, God, anime's so weird and pervy sometimes. So, anyway, high school human TV movie Goku.
Oh yeah,
he goes to a high school party
because he blew open the lockers at school with his chi. So
yes.
he can only... It's his ki. My bad. It's not chi. Ki. It's the same thing. It's just Japanese Chinese.
He did it to impress this girl.
So he can only...
House.
So he can... Huge tracts
of land.
He can only use his powers whenever he's trying to get some, basically.
Really?
Well, based on that movie, every time he did something, Chi-Chi was like, well, I'll make out with you if you do this, and I'll do that. Anyway, if you punch me in the face, I'll do something more.
Okay, we need to keep going.
Okay, so, it's just weird. Like, anyway, Okay, so he blows open the thing, he gets an invitation, and instead of telling his grandfather, he's just getting ready upstairs, and then he fucks off. He goes to the party.
Yeah, his grandfather's trying to make a nice birthday dinner for him, and Goku goes to the party.
Before he leaves, I think one of the funniest, like, anime live-action moments, he's trying to fix his hair, and he's, like, covering his hands in this, like, Italian oil, basically. He's trying to look like a Guido and get his hair back, and then his hair just, pops back up like his anime hairstyle.
Yeah, so I liked that. That was a funny little shout-out to anime. So he goes to this girl's house it's like a freaking castle. It's huge. There's just a random macaw parrot in a cage outside.
So I have a theory.
Like, it's freaking Tony Montana's house with a chained-up tiger.
I have a theory on that.
What?
So in the anime, like I mentioned, there are literal dinosaurs running around, and
I get behind
dinosaurs, weird animals, fish are giant, like the size of a bus that Goku kills. Well, he's gotta eat. So, and the president of the world is a dog. In a suit, not just a dog, but like a anthropomorphic human-sized dog.
Okay.
And
dogs could probably run this planet better than humans.
So
could
my thought is that they're like, look, animals are just everywhere. So we'll put a tropical bird just in the background of her house. Just because.
Just there, outside, exposed to the elements.
So that's my theory on why they put like this. They both thought to do that.
Okay, so there is actually this really cool kind of slow-mo fight because Fuller and his gang comes up and they start talking shit to Goku, and Goku's just like, "Hey, I don't want to fight," but they throw the first punch.
This dude throws a plastic cup and you hear a smash. Somewhere.
Yeah, so Goku, his grandfather has made him promise, you don't hit anyone, you don't fight anyone, so he just dodges the whole time, and it does actually look really cool. So he dodges all his friends, and then Fuller gets like a golf club or something, and he starts beating he's swinging at Goku, but he keeps hitting his own car. And he smashes up his own car.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
The only thing that I thought was weird is, like, why are there lead pipes outside? It looked like, fire pokers. And they were just...
Or a crowbar
chilling outside next to all the kids, Yeah, and Fuller and his friend accidentally concuss each other.
They knock each other
probably
out,
go to the hospital, because sensu beans aren't a thing in this.
What?
Sensu beans heal you immediately from anything.
And those just... I feel like that's a cop-out. Like,
they're not infinite. And it gets to be kind of a cop-out sometimes in the series because it's so long. But there's not like an infinite number. They have to be grown, and there's a whole thing.
Okay.
They're grown by a talking cat.
What the hell? I cannot even try to get into this. Whatever. But not in the movie. The movie doesn't have all this animal stuff. No. So meanwhile, Goku's at the party, and poor Grandpa is waiting at home, and Piccolo shows up.
Piccolo arrives.
Piccolo arrives, and why don't you describe what happens? I want to drink some more of my Dr. Pepper.
Give me your orange ball. So he says he knows the ball is there because he can... I don't know how he finds them. It doesn't explain it.
He has some kind of sense... You know what it reminds me of? This is going to sound really redneck, but my grandparents had a house, lake house in Oklahoma for about 30 years, and Grandpa had on his fishing boat this sensor, supposedly. I don't know if it ever really worked, but it was supposed to do some kind of sonar thing and tell you where the fish were. So I think Piccolo, he was like he was on a big pontoon boat or something in the sky. He was on an airship. He was on an airship, and he had one of those fish sonar things. And so I feel like that right there. Let's drop our net right there and throw out some bait and get them Dragon Balls.
Maybe game just recognizes game. That's gonna be my explanation.
Okay, so Piccolo shows up.
He shows up. He knows the ball was there because he's like, "Give me the ball." And Grandpa Gohan's like, "I'll do my one superpower and Shadow Crane strike you." But he turns into a Sith Lord
Who,
Cause
Piccolo?
because this isn't really a thing. And he like force chokes Grandpa, or maybe it was his heart he was squeezing on with the force.
I don't remember.
Either way, and then he walks outside and he's just standing in profile for no reason, for the camera, I guess, for our benefit, and crushes his house and kills him. Well, he doesn't kill him. He
tears the house down.
kills him
maybe
eventually.
That collapses on him and kills him. So Goku eventually gets home, and of course he's like, "What the heck is going on?" And all I have, Grandpa is dead, house is destroyed, bitch shows up, Prometheum orb, DBE. Interpret my notes.
That was a lot. So wait, go back to.
I think it's Bulma.
Oh, okay. One, every time somebody died, I had to tell Melanie they died. He died. Because she's like, wait, so is he dead? Like, yeah, he's dead. Like, no.
I didn't want Grandpa to die. He was sweet. He made dinner for Goku.
Yeah, well, Goku.
Damn it.
Goku's an asshole. Oh, another fun fact, that staff they walks around with the rest of the movie, that can grow to like any length.
Wait, who?
That staff.
Who walks around with staff?
Goku. He took it from his grandpa, who was trying to hit him with it. I don't know why he has a magic staff, but that's a thing.
Okay.
Anyway, so Bulma shows up. Bulma in the anime has bright blue hair.
Oh, like somebody we know.
Not this shade, but yeah. And in the movie, she just has one little strip right in the middle. You can almost miss it. And a really high-pitched ADR voice. Like, she sounds like they went back and re-recorded everything and then shot her pitch up for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if that chick has, like, a voice like Piccolo. And they're like,
oh, I don't know.
No, she has to sound like a girl. Anyway.
But she's kind of a badass. She's showing up. She's seeking... She calls them the Prometheum orbs, but they're the Dragon Balls.
So she says she can follow their energy. And Bulma's supposed to be a genius. Like,
yeah,
anime too. It's like she comes up with the...
And of course, in the anime, she's probably like 15.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate anime.
She's like 16.
I hate anime.
And Master Roshi... Well, I'll tell you when he shows up in the movie. Anyway, she makes the Dragon Ball radar. That's a thing. But I don't know why she doesn't realize in the movie that there are other Dragon Balls, because if she has radar and she knows it works, but like with this one, you would think she would like, maybe there are more, because it has a 5 on it. 5? Maybe there are more, like, at least 1 to 4. I would guess at least 1 to 4.
So she got the
So
Walmart
she should have been
version of
able
that
to
fish
immediately
somewhere.
go like, okay, I'll go look for the other ones. But she, as soon as she hears there are more, she's like, there are more? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you
She
think
thinks
she
she's
should
gonna
know.
make the Earth, like, she's gonna produce power for the whole Earth off of a ball that doesn't do anything but, like, a cool little optical illusion happens inside of it.
You know who you sound like? Freaking Congress. This woman has found a way to have
Infinite energy.
infinite clean energy.
But think about all the jobs.
Oh god! All these old men in Congress gonna
Oh
shut
god,
her down.
we're gonna get sidetracked.
Okay.
Anyway,
Like
so
we're not already.
she's a bitch. Well, she is. She shoots immediately every single encounter. She just like, like gunning somebody's face. Which I think she in the show she shot Goku in the head. It just bounced off. Yeah,
So she's like a cop. She
he
just
just
shoots
like
first and asks questions
he just
later.
gets up and he's like, "Ow, that hurt. What the hell was that?"
Okay, so
So
now they
then
have to go find Master Roshi.
She throws out her 4-wheeler Capsule Corp vehicle, which
That was kind of cool.
yeah, it's different in the anime. It actually looks less technological and more like they were trying to save money. She clicks a button and a little pill like turns into a thing with.
Turns
it
into
just
a big
looks,
car.
It just looks like smoke.
Oh.
In the movie, they actually put in time to make it look like it.
That actually looked good. It
Yeah,
looked like a
it-
dune buggy.
It looked all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, then they leave to find Master Roshi, who I'm glad is played by Chow Yun Fat.
But also Chow Yun Fat. What are you doing?
Yeah,
What you doing in this movie?
I feel
Need
like
need a little pocket money or
well,
something?
Justin Chatwin was a decent actor too, and he's done other things. I don't know why either one of them had to take this film, but
Maybe they were just bored, wanted some extra pocket money. I don't know.
maybe. So they're looking for him in this city, and Goku has this giant ass turkey
Okay, wait.
leg.
Oh yeah.
And that's That's something sort of like the anime. Goku
That felt like an anime type of thing.
eats like a
Now wait,
fat ass.
so why are they looking for Master Roshi?
Because his grandfather mentioned him when he died.
Okay,
He
so
like
go
said
find-
some riddle that just happens to be in English, even though it's 2,000 years old. And then they go off to find Master Roshi. And they sneak into Master Roshi's house. He wakes up in the middle of the night and he beats the shit out of Goku.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, wouldn't you? Somebody breaks into your house.
It was fine, except when they did the slow-mo.
Oh,
This-
yeah.
Like, well,
The
it
Wing
wasn't.
Chun stuff?
It wasn't slow-mo, but it was like it was sped up, but also, It was weird. It was just them standing in one spot, going, which sounds very anime-ish, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, so I appreciate what they tried to do to give kind of the essence of anime, but it just doesn't translate over into live action. It just doesn't work. Sorry.
And Goku tries to use the crane strike, finally does it, and then he just hits Bulma, and Bulma's like, well, that was fucking annoying.
So, yeah, and it turns out Roshi said he trained Goku's grandfather.
Now I can explain some things.
Okay, because I have
So,
questions.
in the movie, that doesn't make any sense.
No, because he's younger than Grandpa.
Either Grandpa Gohan picked up martial arts at, like, age 60, which totally could happen.
It could happen.
I've trained people in their 60s
We had a
coming in.
67-year-old get his black belt at our old
Yeah.
school, so...
He can kick like a tree.
Oh, he was scary.
Anyway, so Roshi is not immortal, like he can't die, but he is kind of immortal.
So he's older than he looks.
He's 300-something years old.
So he's like a vampire, sort of.
Like, he could be killed, but he won't die of old age.
That kind of sucks. Like, what if your retirement plan only covers you for, like,
Oh, and
20
yeah, and
years?
he's just an old man. So, and he doesn't live on his cool little island. Like,
He's just at a random house.
he
in the
does.
movie.
Like, the house is separated on this little, like, it looks like a little island in the middle of the city, but it looks fucking stupid.
He's just in a cul-de-sac, basically.
Yeah. I've said so like 4 times. Balls.
I say "and" too much.
Roshi.
That's my tick.
You wouldn't like him in the anime. He's a gigantic pervert.
Oh,
like,
gross.
he does some favor for Bulma, like he won't train Goku or some weird thing. I didn't watch Dragon Ball, so I can't say exactly, but she had to, like, flash him
Ew.
below the waist.
Oh God.
Yeah, it
That's
was...
somehow that's worse.
Yeah, and he's always... Anyway, that's...
Is he a perv in the way the old Kung Fu master in Kenichi was a perv? Like, just a puss
Yeah,
hound.
but... Yeah, maybe a tiny bit worse.
Oh, God.
That's my Bulma. She can warm my heart.
Like, it was
So
funny and it
that's
was
why
also
they had
awful.
a couple of scenes where he would, like, he caught her one time and his hand was on her ass and he just dropped her because she threatened to shoot him.
Yeah.
That's paying homage, but it's way worse in the anime.
The anime's always so gross with all the pervy stuff.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject.
Touchy indeed.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's how he trained Grandpa Gohan, because he's
Okay.
like 300-something years old.
So, I have go into the desert, Goku carries a bunch of shit.
So that was okay.
So now they're on a quest.
They're like,
on a
okay,
quest, right? To find the other
this
Dragon
is-
Balls.
So now we find out airbending is a thing.
Oh, yeah. But not as good.
That's not what... I don't know why they added that.
They actually call it airbending, right?
Maybe, like, the Airbender was really big as a TV show at that time, and they're just like, yeah, it's ki,
It's airbending.
energy blast, it's airbending, same shit, right? Fuck no. Like, it's just energy blast. And so Goku has trouble using his crane strikes and shit the whole movie. But in the show, the Kamehameha thing that he does at the end to beat Piccolo, he looked at Roshi do it one time and copied it perfectly. At like 12. So for some reason in the show, he's like a prodigy above prodigies, and in this stupid fucking movie, he's a moron, and he can only do these things when a girl is getting him horny. Yep. Which sounds like an anime.
It does sound like an anime.
But it's not right.
I mean, we never said this was a good movie.
No, it's terrible. But it's funny. Sort of.
I think I enjoyed it more, definitely more than live action Death Note, because I had nothing to go by. I hate live action Death Note. That's episode 3 of our podcast, if you want to go back and hear how much we hate that movie. That movie just made me angry, but it's funny. Our reaction's funny. With this one, it was just like, oh, this is stupid. So sometimes you just need to watch something stupid.
Well, in the defense, Dragon Ball's a dumb show. Like, it's
just as dumb anyway.
It's not that it's... The story's not bad, but it can get really dumb. And they're, like, fans love it, but they will also be like, well, why didn't any of these obvious things happen that just make sense? And it's just because Akira Toriyama's like, fuck you, I want to be funny.
I want to be stupid, okay.
So...
Alright, So they go into the desert, and they're on a quest, I guess, to find the other Dragon Balls. And Goku's walking. He's carrying a bunch of stuff. They're in the little car. And, let's see,
A wild Yamcha appears.
There's a Wilhelm scream. And I forget why. And then the Chi-Chi from high school, is that where they find all those chicks doing martial arts?
Okay,
there's a
my
Wilhelm
bad.
Scream for some
I
reason.
skipped.
I was thinking of the part where they fall in the hole, but there's something before that.
They go... This is actually a little bit funny as, like, a martial arts idea. Not necessarily an anime idea or a movie idea. But Roshi's like, we're going to this place that's, like, super secret. It's in the mountains, and nobody trains there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
that's good.
And they go there, and it's just filled with people that look like Power Ranger rip-offs and shit.
Yeah, it's like if you hear, ooh, we're going to this secluded beach. And everybody in Acapulco or wherever has found the secluded beach.
So Chi-Chi is, like,
Chi-Chi's
fighting...
the chick from high school that he likes.
Yeah, she's in a... I don't know what she's even in. Like, her outfit doesn't make sense. Although in the anime when she showed up, I think she was wearing, like, half a suit of armor or some shit.
Okay.
As a little 14-year-old girl. But, whatever. She's fighting some dude on a rock, and he hits her in the face, which they're fighting, so, like, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
And she gets all pissy, and she's like... and then she jumps up and kicks him off of a 10-foot rock.
And is that where the
And that's the Wilhelm.
That's where the Wilhelm scream comes out. We have seen so many Wilhelm screams in all of these movies. And so, let's see. I just wrote, it's like basic bitch martial arts beach. So it's like a yoga retreat or something, which I have been to yoga retreats. So that's what it looks like. It's just like Lululemon everywhere, and they're doing martial arts, and it's in a Dragon Ball movie. Why do I have this in my notes?
What?
Oh, okay. So then they're driving along, and their car falls into this hole. And that's why I'm thinking, like, can't Goku kind of fly if he's such an airbender? So they're trapped down there, and this dude shows up. He's like, oh, bro, sorry, man. It's a real dragger in that hole. I could totally help you if you give me, like, $20. So it's a scam that this guy is running.
It's a little weird that he's so...
This bro dude.
Surfer bro-y. Because... I don't know. I don't expect it, and it's kind of fucked up. This guy is Asian, and I just don't expect, like, surfer bro type lingo coming out of his face. And he's got this dumb dyed ramen hair. But Yamcha in the anime is kind of a bro. Like...
Is he supposed to... He's Yamcha. He's the character.
Yeah, he's sort of an actual antagonist in the show, and then he becomes part of their crew, and he's a bandit.
Okay, this happens really quickly.
That's all pretty much the same, except in this, he's not a fighter at all. Like, in the beginning, Yamcha is a pretty decent, like, antagonist fighter, and then he turns into a bitch later on.
Okay, so in this one... He's kind of threatening them and like, hey man, I can help you, but it's gonna cost you. When the sun comes out, it's gonna be hot, hot, hot. And immediately, next scene, the moon is up. Immediately it goes to night.
The sun is already out. Like, it's daytime.
It's daytime already, and then they go
So
immediately.
tomorrow? Like,
I
tomorrow
guess,
it's gonna get hot.
It's gonna be nice and cool in the desert tonight, but it's gonna be hot tomorrow, so you better think about getting
And
out.
so Goku couldn't jump out. He jumped pretty damn high, but he couldn't jump out of the hole. And then Roshi's like, well, while we're down here, I'll tell you a story. And he redoes the shit from the beginning about 2,000 years ago. And he knows, I think he knows about Goku being Ozaru, but he doesn't talk about it at all.
He doesn't really tell him.
And the Dragon Balls are giving Goku fucking flashbacks and signs and shit that don't make sense because that's not what they do. Anyway, and then at some point after Roshi's like, we don't have time for this, he just jumps out of the hole
Like,
and
why
it's like...
did you do this right at the beginning? So he kind of threatens the bro dude Yamcha into helping them, and he joins their crew. And so they drive along this volcanic hellscape, and then they go to a temple, and Ernie Hudson is there as a Buddhist monk or something.
Okay. So, well, before he got to
That's what I have in my notes.
Before he got to that, they were in the hellscape, and they got the Dragon Ball from throwing in those Ivan Ooze monsters in the lava.
Oh yeah, there was this like bad CGI.
Which that's not how
fight.
that works.
I don't know.
Just...
So they find another Dragon Ball.
Anyway, yeah, they beat the shit out of Mai because she's a bitch and she shows up, and then they find the Dragon Ball
and so they go
run.
to this temple, and Roshi gets some guidance from Ernie Hudson, who also, I'm wondering, like, Ernie Hudson, you've had a long, steady career. You need a little extra spending money? What you doing in this movie?
It's just Ernie Hudson.
It's just Ernie Hudson.
This isn't a character. Ernie just showed up.
He just showed up, put on a red robe, he's like, okay, I got 15 minutes. What can I do?
It's like, we weren't really planning on there being another monk here. So, namaste? Like, I think this is... No?
Yeah, but they actually do say namaste to each other.
Yeah,
So,
which I didn't understand.
so he gives Roshi some words of encouragement, which I don't remember because
After he gave him shit for not believing, and then... Even though Roshi's like 300 years old, if anybody's gonna believe some shit, it should be Roshi.
Yeah, you think after a while when you don't die, you think...
He has a
"Okay,
magic witch sister that flies around and has a fucking magic ball orb thing where she can see all throughout the universe.
Are you saying it's a wizard glass? 'Cause that's-
Yeah, it kind of is. It's exactly that. It's a witch's glass.
It's a wizard glass.
It's a witch that holds it, so...
Okay, it's a
So
witch's
witches-
glass.
Equal opportunity.
What if Stephen King had called it witch's glass instead of wizard glass in The Dark Tower?
But a wizard was controlling them. Because this guy had his bitches all up.
Okay. Okay. Side note, what really needs to be made into an anime is Stephen King's Dark Tower series.
Yes.
Yes!
Let's stop doing this stealing anime and turning it into movies over here. Let's take fantasy novels from over here and turn them into anime over there.
Yeah. Okay, we saw an okay sort of anime of Dante's Inferno, which I didn't really like some of the stylistic choices,
Yeah.
but if anything's gonna be, I've been wanting to see that made into a comic book or an anime or something.
It's interesting. So anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Okay,
So they get the Mafu bar together, and
that's
Ernie's
the box
like,
that traps the evil whatever.
yeah, and Ernie's like, well, don't fucking die, except you're gonna die. Like, you have to die to use it. It's really weird.
You have to make a sacrifice or something. It's always in
And
there. So Mai is fighting
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi in a tournament.
And Chi-Chi sounds like a major bitch. Like, she's such a bitch in the anime, but like, she literally has her son whip to teach him to like do his math. But Mai like cuts her underneath the arm just so she can get some blood, and then she like backs off the mat because she's losing anyway, and she's like, "Why the fuck you come here if you're not gonna fight? You're supposed to fight!" She turns into a legit Dragon Ball Z character. She just starts powering up and screaming for no reason.
Yeah, so
They didn't have that. They didn't have that in this movie. That's a bad... Like, they did the
No, she
Kamehameha, but...
Yeah, the Kamehameha
That's-
thing. So, Goku and Roshi are practicing Tai Chi, basically. It's airbending, it's the Kamehameha Ramen, or whatever it's called. Chi-Chi is lighting torches and is trying to coach Goku into being able to use his airbending power to... That'd be firebending,
You know
really.
what's
to
weird?
light-
I didn't realize this till just now.
What?
Chi-Chi doesn't know how to use ki.
But she recognizes
She knows what it is, and then she's like, you have to make it your own, which doesn't make any sense. That doesn't help at all.
So are you saying she's giving advice even though she's not an expert in the field?
Yes.
Oh, gee, that sounds like everybody on the
She
internet.
can't do it at all, and yet she's telling him what to do with it. And second, okay, let's say I was teaching a kid a kick, and I just vaguely was like, you gotta make it your own. And I've been teaching him a side kick. His foot's gonna be up like this, and his toes are gonna be stuck out, and he's gonna break his damn foot, because he's an idiot. And that's not that's not this imaginary kid's fault. Everybody's an idiot when you don't know what you're doing. And if you just go like, well, just do it your way. But you're gonna fuck it up.
So the moral of the story is conform and listen to authority.
Moral of the story is don't listen to women that don't know what they're talking about.
You better finish that sentence.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, so in the middle of this, there's a really loud, gross Biore skincare ad. Remember, we're watching this for free on YouTube, and there weren't too many commercials, but I'm kind of getting into it at this point, and they're at this temple, and there's torches, and then all of a sudden, like, look, here's a look into your gross, dirty, nasty pores, and Biore can come in and scoop it out. And there's this woman just kind of sitting there looking horrified at how gross it is. I'm just like, God, I get it. You have the thing, the no strip thing. Okay, I'll go buy some Biore face cleansing stuff. God.
So,
He was very aggressive, and it was very gross. It wasn't like the foot fungus thing where the little devil would open up the toenail and wriggle in. That's the most disgusting ad I've ever seen.
I think it happened right at the end of a scene.
And the ad was really loud compared to the movie.
We didn't even know. It was just like, this is... Oh, just shit. Fuck.
That was gross.
And then it jumped back to Chi-Chi and Yamcha... Not Chi-Chi. Yamcha and Bulma getting to know each other and, like...
They almost kiss for some reason?
They're sort of being a couple, which they become a couple before Bulma dumps Yamcha for Vegeta.
What?
Vegeta!
Wait, like in a romantic way? Or just...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool.
Yamcha sort of dates Bulma, and it's, like, cute in Dragon Ball, but then Dragon Ball Z, after they beat up Vegeta, and then Vegeta dies and comes back to life after fighting Napoleon Hitler alien.
What?
He comes to Earth, and he's, like, looking for Goku. He punks out Yamcha, because Yamcha's like, hey man, you're not supposed to be here. He's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? I'm not even exaggerating. And then Bulma's like, well, you've been in space for 3 weeks, you stink, come have a shower. And then later on, they make a baby.
Oh no, the prince is getting all huffy. What are you gonna do, try to blow up Earth again? Because I have Goku on speed dial.
You must be as stupid as he is if you think he knows how to work a phone.
Don't you call me stupid!
Okay, then how about bitch?
You!
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 My room, 10 minutes.
Bulma
But they're
and
not a couple.
Yamcha? Or
No.
Yamcha and...
Yamcha and Vegeta. No.
That's where I thought this was
Bulma
going.
and Vegeta.
What's up with Vegeta having babies with everybody? It's irresponsible.
It's just her. I'm just saying, like, he shows up to Earth, he taps it, and then he fucks off.
Okay.
For years at a time. Like, he's not a good father at the beginning. He's kind of a deadbeat dad.
Doesn't Goku have a kid, too?
Yeah, he's also kind of a deadbeat dad.
Okay, but we don't get to that part in this movie. So, Mai took blood from Chi-Chi so she could kind of do a polyjuice potion type of thing and look like her. So, a fight ensues. Chi-Chi is at the temple with him for some reason. And so, because I guess Goku needed a romantic interest. He lights all the torches, they kiss. I don't care. I was so traumatized by that Biore ad, I just kind of forgot the whole torch lighting thing. So, there's a big fight where... Mai is fighting Chi-Chi, and...
But it looks like Chi-Chi fighting herself.
Which that's kind of cool. And then...
Goku runs in and just...
destroys the wrong one or something.
Bitch slaps the fuck out of one of them.
Out of the wrong one.
And, she's like, help me, Goku.
So he slaps the other one.
Yeah. And
which
so
was the real Chi-Chi.
He just knocks her the fuck out. Like, you can hear Chris Tucker in the background.
You got knocked the fuck
So, okay, what's this? Roshi helps Goku see the afterlife and Grandpa, so he takes him to, like, purgatory or something.
Goku is sort of dead because he got shot with this weird Star Trek gun.
Who shot him?
Before she ran off.
Okay.
And he happens to be seeing Grandpa Gohan. And Roshi, for some reason, blasts Goku in the chest with a Kamehameha. But if he did that, he would just put a bigger hole in his chest. So that's not a thing, but...
Okay,
it
brings him
that's
back to
what
life?
they did.
Alright.
So they brought him back to life. No Dragon Ball for that one.
Let's see. So, Ernie Hudson gives them the Mafuba, the jar, to collect Piccolo. Piccolo, meanwhile, has gotten all 7 Dragon Balls.
Yeah, because Mai just stole them.
And I just wrote down there, he has a really nice, deep, chill voice.
He's really calm about everything
He
up
is.
until the very last few lines he has. He's just like, such a little thing to do so much.
So,
it's
this guy really
like
leaned into it.
they picked a really good actor. I don't remember who it is, which I feel bad because I know he's a legit actor, but they also don't use him that much. Like,
Not really.
You have no idea why he's doing it. Why he's doing it because a Namekian, the Namex, whatever, came to Earth to play God, kind of, to be their protector. But he was like, I know there's an evil inside of me, so he wished to split with his evil. Piccolo is the evil side of him, and he's up on this place called the Lookout, where Goku's supposed to train with him, but that doesn't happen in this. And that's why Piccolo is super evil, and he tries to take over the planet.
Okay.
And eventually, he vomits himself up.
What?
Like,
This happens in Dragon Ball Z or whatever?
no, it happens in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball, Goku finally defeats Piccolo at a tournament. They didn't use the tournaments, the Tenkaichi Budokai in this. Chi-Chi was in it, but nobody else was. And so I think he puts a hole in Piccolo's chest, and Piccolo's like,
Ew.
vomits out an egg.
Oh,
Way the fuck off into space. Not space, it's on Earth. And that grows into the Piccolo that's alive for the rest of the series.
Okay,
that becomes good.
I'm starting to like this movie more because it's a little more just straightforward. So now Goku finally looks like Goku. He's in the yellow gi type of thing.
It looks really dumb to me.
Yeah. And Piccolo's kind of taunting him and saying, "Oh, you want to become the Ozaru," so he turns into the ape.
Yeah, Goku's like boasting like, I'm gonna beat the Ozaru and I'm gonna kill you, or vice versa. And he's like, you are the Ozaru. And he just like,
No, that's impossible.
yeah, he's just like, oh shit, I guess I'll turn into that now. And he's like 6.5 feet tall. The Ozaru is like Godzilla size.
Oh.
Like, in the anime, they're enormous. They're giant. And you're 10 times stronger or whatever. So, then he starts fucking everybody up, and they're running away from him like he's Predator. And he's just like...
And he kills Roshi. He chokes Roshi to death.
Yeah, he kills Roshi, and Roshi's like, faith in yourself, or some shit. And he comes back, and he's like, I'm... me again, I guess. I don't know.
So he's sad that he killed Roshi, and then the bro dude, Yamcha, kills Mai somehow.
Shot that bitch in the back.
Yeah. Human power will fail? I guess that's a quote from Piccolo, but Goku's not human.
He's
a
Saiyan, and Piccolo knows he's a Saiyan because they're both aliens.
Wait, how did he defeat Piccolo? Because I don't have that written down.
So, Piccolo actually looks kind of cool while he's doing this. He's just like screaming shit with his cool voice, and he's like, "You lost, and you will again." And he picks his hands up. He's got this ki blast going, and Goku finally figures out the Kamehameha, and they just... It takes like 3 seconds. Like, beam blasts are a pretty big thing for Dragon Ball, and this one's just like, they shoot, and then they jump.
Okay.
And before that, they were throwing energy at each other, but it just looked like they were throwing like little fireballs, like choo 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 choo,
Pew pew.
bang bang.
All right. So they just blast Piccolo away, and so Goku gets all the Dragon Balls, and he wants to make his one perfect wish. And this dragon that looks like a screensaver comes
Oh
flying
my
up.
god, the dragon is so disappointing.
It looks really lame.
It's gold, it's not green. And it's supposed, the whole sky should turn black, and the dragon literally covers the entire sky.
Yeah, this was
That's the anime.
This was like
And
Falcor size.
And he has a voice like Piccolo. Like, he has this badass, super deep voice. This one is just like,
sounds like a bird.
it's just doing this.
Just a dragon swishes around, and so Goku wishes for Roshi.
Give it your wish.
So Goku wishes for Roshi to be alive again, which you said that was a stupid wish.
It was. He
because
could have just wished for Piccolo, everybody Piccolo killed, to be back, and then he would have Grandpa Gohan.
Sometimes dead is better.
Well, maybe there used to be a thing, so there's more than one iteration of the Dragon Balls, and they can only be as strong as the person who made them, which already doesn't really make sense, because the people who make them don't have the powers that the Dragon Ball does. But, so, maybe the original set couldn't bring multiple people back, I don't know.
Maybe, but Roshi's alive, and then they end with Chi-Chi and Goku in some kind of ring, and they're like, okay, we're gonna fight now.
And then Goku punches her in the foot.
Wait, oh, because she does a weird flying sidekick at him.
He looks like he's doing a back fist at her ankle.
Ah.
Like,
Somebody's gonna get something broken. Alright, so there are credits, but there's an after credit scene, and what happens in that?
Because this was definitely going to have a sequel. This was totally going to have a sequel.
It was so amazing.
Just like Avatar. So, there's this really slow scene, which is actually, like, I'm like, this is actually an okay scene, I just wish it was a little quicker. Of this lady just making soup in her house, and it's this old Asian lady, looks like it's a hut, and she walks into her bedroom, and we had to wait because the shot was covering up half of the screen with this big .com logo.
It was whoever did the subtitles.
Yeah. And finally it pans down and you see Piccolo's still alive, and he's like just very angrily sleeping. She's pissed off.
With a frown on his face.
She's like, I refuse to be happy in my dreams.
I will not have sweet dreams.
Yeah. So in this version, he just got knocked out really hard, I guess.
The fuck out.
The reason that I know it's weird that he, like, spits up himself or whatever, but in the anime it makes more sense because it's like a whole new person, so he can learn to be good. And he kind of raises Goku's kid.
Piccolo does?
Yes.
Oh.
Because he kidnaps him, and then he ends up raising him, and then he dies for him.
Wow.
It's actually a really cool storyline.
That's kind of cool.
But in this, they're just like, I guess he got hit on the head, and maybe he'll forget or something. I don't know.
Okay,
So it's trash, but...
Yeah, this was a terrible movie, but it was okay. Should you rent it or buy it? No.
Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Find it. It's free on there. I do have some recommendations. I have 3. So, in the spirit of anime, the Pikachu detective movie, that is live action. Ryan Reynolds does the voice of Pikachu for the weirdest reason. I don't know why. I know nothing about Pokemon other than the South Park Pokemon episode. That's all I know of Pokemon. But it works for the strangest reason. My second recommendation is the show Avatar: The Last Airbender by Nickelodeon. So not the movie with the blue people, but this really amazing, basically an American anime.
Also not the movie from M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, that movie's terrible. I think we got rid of that one. We could hate watch that, but I think you finally sold it or something. That was so bad. So the show is very, very good if you want to see some real airbending. And then my third recommendation is a movie that AJ made me watch, and that is the Power Rangers live action movie from
that one was fun. It was stupid.
1995 or so?
Yeah. It was dumb as fuck, and it's fun.
The villain was kind of along the same vein as Piccolo, but he was funnier.
Yeah. And he was just fun to watch. He's like the best part of it. But the action's over the top, but good, and it's...
They had a lot of kicks and stuff. The fight choreography was pretty good. It was not very good in this movie.
We've recommended that a couple times now, I think. Did we do an episode on that?
No, we have not done an episode on it.
Huh.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should, because it's a guilty pleasure.
Okay. So this was a guilty pleasure. It's dumb. I mean, for somebody who isn't really into anime, I don't really not into Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball whatever.
If you are into Dragon Ball Z, like I'm sort of a layman's fan. Like I know most of the stuff just because I kind of like collect info on things I'm somewhat interested in. And I like the show. I think Super is kind of wasted in a lot of ways. But if you're like a vague fan of Dragon Ball Z, this is still fun to me. Like, Terrence probably hates this shit because he's actually a bigger fan. But I think it's funny. Or maybe you need to smoke weed and watch it. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's just one that AJ made me watch, and it was funny. It was stupid. It was a good Saturday afternoon kind of thing. So, yeah, that's it. That's Dragon Ball Evolution.
Do I have any recommendations? I guess watch the Akira Toriyama movies. I mean, if you want to watch a movie, just watch the Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, the Brawly movie, the newer one.
Are those animated Dragon
Those are
Ball?
all animes.
Dragon Ball
they're,
movies.
They're part of the actual series, even though they're movies, which is a pretty special thing for shonen anime. If you don't give a shit if it's in the story or not, watch... what is it? It's the one with Janemba. Damn it! There's a Dragon Ball Z movie. I think it's the 12th one. It's not Wrath of the Dragon.
I'll look it up.
Anyway, she's not gonna be able to find it. I don't think.
I'm gonna try.
But whichever one that is, that one's fun, and
Janemba.
it's not great, but
Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn.
There you go. That's a fun one.
I'm an ex-librarian. I'll find anything.
That's a
Don't
fun
tell
one.
me I can't.
So if you want to watch a movie that's Dragon Ball Z, watch that one, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So, how to find us? We are on Instagram. You can see AJ's blue hair and his Vegeta shirt. I guess that is Dragon Ball shirt. Yeah. So AJ's awesome blue hair. You can see pictures of us on Movie Painter Pleasure Podcast on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Melanie Gibson Author. You can listen to Movie Painter Pleasure on Anchor, Spotify, and iTunes, and you can watch our videos on YouTube. So join our cult.
We're also on Discord.
We are also on Discord. You can join our cult and be my victim on Discord as well. Anything else,
However
AJ?
that works. Like, subscribe, and I don't know. Start screaming without end in wherever you are right now and freak people out.
Scream into the void.
Just like Vegeta would. That's how Vegeta trains.
All right.
Be like Vegeta.